And a good evening from Portage, Wisconsin, as Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings taking on Week 8 action. Final week of the regular season. Mount Horeb Vikings squad coming into tonight's game 6-2. Portage Warriors looking for that fourth win coming in here tonight at 3-5. The Warriors had a tough season coming into tonight's game and took a tough loss to Lakeside Lutheran, who got their first win of the season last week against Portage. Portage also taking that loss to Sauk. Had a win against Stoughton as we're going back through the schedule. Lost to Edgewood and a loss to Port Washington as well. So Portage coming in tonight with a critical win here for this Warriors squad at home, their senior night, looking to come out 4-5 with a win tonight. Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings on the other side of things, 6-2, had a tough loss last week against the Edgewood Crusaders, 27-20. Edgewood Crusaders still remain unbeaten on this season. We'll see how they end up tonight. Mount Horeb Barneveld, though, coming in through Lakeside Lutheran, Sauk, Stoughton, Watertown, all with wins, and just lost that early one to Grafton in Week 1. So Week 1 and Week 7 plaguing Mount Horeb Barneveld on the record line, but still a lot to fight for and to play for here in this final week of the WIAA 2025 regular season. And playoffs start next week, so it's do or die here for about half these teams in the state, and a number of folks will be playing their final game tonight, so a bittersweet night in this season, but one of those with a lot of promise for teams like Edgewood, Mount Horeb Barneveld. Those folks will see some playoff time come next week, and we'll know what that result is tomorrow at around 10 o'clock. The selection show will be airing across the statewide network, so we'll know where Mount Horeb Barneveld falls, and we'll be sure to, of course, let you know all of that information on our socials. We'll be there covering this Mount Horeb Barneveld squad as they go. But for tonight, let's stay focused. Mount Horeb Barneveld taking on the Portage Warriors. We'd like to thank our sponsors quick for tonight's game. First Weber, Mark Nortman, Kittleson Landscape, Mount Horeb Utilities, Norsk Golf Club, Mountain City Bank, the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, Farmers Savings Bank, Plain Wisconsin, and Weedman. Again, Mount Horeb Barneveld taking on the Portage Warriors here from Portage Warriors Stadium. We'll be right back with the first kick for tonight's game right here on Wisco Radio.
That's mhb-football.com.
Go long.
That's a championship lawn. Be ashamed if some weeds took the title.
Nice hit, Johnson.
Are you sick and tired of your lawn getting sacked by weeds? Then sign up with Weedman to help you achieve a lush that stands up to weeds. Did I mention that it was kid and pet friendly? Tackle weeds on your home turf with Weedman. Call or click today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
At Mound City Bank, we're more than just a local community bank. We're your dedicated partner for all of your financial needs. Whether you're looking for a personal or business account, we have a range of options, including free checking, designed to suit your lifestyle. When it comes to loans, you can trust that every decision is made locally by our knowledgeable lenders who truly understand the needs of our community.
Come see how Mountain City Bank can make banking easier and more personalized for you. Stop by or call us in Mount Horeb at 608-437-2685. Mountain City Bank is proud to be here for you, with offices also in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, and Mineral Point. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Turn your home into the ultimate family playground with Plain Wisconsin. Choose from our traditional solid wood or maintenance-free vinyl swing sets built for fun, safety, and years of enjoyment. Whether it's a basketball goal for your driveway or a full multi-sport court, Plain Wisconsin has everything you need for backyard action. Want the perfect lawn? Our synthetic turf putting greens and pet turf are perfect for practice, play, and furry friends. With Plain Wisconsin, you get quality, durability, and fun, all in one place. Visit our Middleton showroom to try it first or shop us online at plainwisconsin.com.
At Samuelson Eye Care, we know clear vision doesn't always mean healthy eyes. That's why we've introduced advanced screenings to capture detailed images above and below the surface of your eyes, helping us spot potential issues early, often before you notice any changes. These quick, painless scans give our doctors a deeper look at your overall eye health, so you can see clearly today and for years to come. For as low as $40, be sure to add on these screenings to your yearly exam by calling 608-437-3377. Protect your vision with Samuelson Eye Care.
At Farmers Savings Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in local businesses, farms, and families, we help our communities thrive. Whether you're looking for a loan to grow your dreams or secure a place to grow your savings, Farmers Savings Bank is here to support you. When you bank with us, you're reinvesting in your own community. Farmers Savings Bank, where your success fuels our commitment to a stronger tomorrow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to Portage, Wisconsin. Mount Horeb Barneveld, and Portage taking on this Badger small matchup here. Mount Horeb Barneveld again coming into tonight 6-2, led by this Brooks Hendrickson senior. Got 21 touchdowns on the year, 1,600 yards through the air. Leading on the ground, though, his companion Jack Wilson, the senior, 107 attempts on the ground here for Wilson. 6 touchdowns for him on the ground. He's got 1 in the air as well, so kind of a dual threat there for Wilson. Hayden Anderson leads the Vikings through the air, 37 receptions, 497 yards. He leads with 7 touchdowns there for the Vikings. And on the flip side here, for the Portage Warriors, this squad led by senior Brody K-Arts, 706 yards through the air, 7 touchdowns. One interesting note here for this matchup tonight, Vikings only averaging 13.7 yards through the air, so a little bit shorter on those attempts. Portage, on the other hand, they are significantly, not significantly, they're definitely a little bit more powerful through the air, 16.4 yards through the air. Only 7 passing touchdowns. So on that ground, though, for the Vikings, Tristan Brunt, 137 attempts through the ground, 883 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So relatively even match on the ground. I think Vikings have a little bit of the advantage through the air, and we'll see how that game plan affects things tonight. Mount Horeb Barneveld with the kickoff Mount Horeb Barneveld, as we're looking, a little discussion here on the field. We'll get things straightened out here. But as we're looking on the field, Mount Horeb Barneveld, it's going to be going from our left to our right, north to south as we see it. Portage on to receive, going right to left in the black, orange, and white uniforms. Warriors. And just like that, we are off in Week 8 action. Portage, Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings, and that kick. Cullen Olson, the junior, pops it right through the end zone, and we'll have a touchback here to start out Portage and Mount Horeb Barneveld. First and 10 here for the Portage Warriors. Again, this Portage Warriors team led by senior Brody K-Arts. Under center for this squad. And we're going to be ready for action. K-Arts has got a man. He hands it right off to Brunt, who breaks a tackle and gets a good probably 11 yards on that one. We'll give him 14. So another first down right away here for the Warriors as Brunt cracks things open with a 14-yard rush on the ground. K-Arts looking again. Just going to try with the sneak. Looks like maybe a little bit of a low snap there from K-Arts, so he's coming back to the sideline. Clock's going to wind here. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Brody K-Arts doesn't have much on the ground for any history tonight. He hands off to Austin Freeze. Freeze gets met just right above the line of scrimmage. He's going to get 2 on that one. Austin Freeze, the junior, coming in tonight, 6 foot, 170 in that running back spot. And a big 3rd and 9 here for Portage. With the fake. K-Arts got a man, and he gets, that's been number 4, or excuse me, number 5, Tristan Brunt. 6, there it is. Michael Knockreiner. All the 5s, all the 6s. They're starting to blend together, so Knockreiner, it's a hefty throw there. Nice 18 yards there for Knockreiner. And another low snap, going to be able to be once again gobbled up by K-Arts.
Second down.
So 2nd and 10, Portage able to keep that one alive off for nice dime there to Knockreiner on a 3rd and 9. So K-Arts flies under center. He quick timeout there. He threw his towel away. So it will be yet again here. 2nd and 10. Fakes it, puts it back through the air to Knockreiner. No, that's going to be number 9, Nolan Harvey. Broken up there on the Mount Horeb Barneveld squad by a host of Vikings.
Andy Jones on the coverage. Brings up 3rd and 10.
So it'll be 3rd and 10. Another do or die situation again here for the Warriors. Had a relatively successful first couple attempts here on 3rd down. See if they can continue. One to the right. Puts it back through the air and intercepted. Picked off. That's going to be Jack Wilson, number 2 there for the Vikings. Bringing it back home, evades a defender, and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings will start their first offensive possession on the 45-yard line. Jack Wilson on the interception. So we take another look at that one again. Fantastic work there by Jack Wilson, able to keep things moving. As we look there, K-Arts puts it through the air, and his intended receiver was going to be Brunt, but just unable to keep that out of the hands of Jack Wilson, and that's where Vikings are going to start out their first drive as Hendrickson takes it for a little ride there. Hendrickson's going to get a 12-yard initial rush there, or keeps it on the ground for the first. So K-Art's going to be taking him out of bounds. Hendrickson gets 12 for number 1. Pass there from Hendrickson. Intended receiver was Anderson. Broken up there by a host of defenders. So Portage Warriors there after that K-Art in INT there. Ends their possession. 7 plays, especially after a great knock-grinder reception. They had a little bit of offensive momentum, and big swing here for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. Early here in the first quarter, they get their first crack at it. Hendrickson fakes the handoff, is going to take it up the middle through his right, evades a couple defenders, going to be brought down by, it's going to be the 8-yard pickup there for Hendrickson. Third and 3, they'll mark it 7. Hendrickson, 3 touchdowns on the year on the ground, so Hendrickson having no problem just taking that himself this year. And he does for 2 plays ready this drive. This one he'll hand it off to Jack Wilson for a gain of 6. That'll bring up a first down here for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings squad. Jack Wilson, again, leads that team after that drive, leads the team 618 yards on the ground, 6 touchdowns for him. He's got 1 through the air. He's kind of a dual threat for this Viking squad. He got 116 yards through the air as well, so you never really know where you're going to find number 2 on the field, and he picked up that first INT here for the Vikings. Fakes the handoff again as Hendrickson. That's going to be just about a yard pickup for him, so nothing crazy again for Hendrickson. Hendrickson keeping it on the ground. Had an attempt there to Anderson earlier in this drive, but keeping it on the ground. Has 16 yards already through the ground. Hendrickson flanked by what looks like to be Meyer. As Hendrickson rolls out, it's going to pass it over to Anderson. Anderson with the reception, and there you go. There's first attempt there. Hayden Anderson. Looks like to be about a 15-yard pickup there for Anderson. Well, first down for Mount Horeb Barneveld. And a good first attempt there. Anderson had in 1 earlier, but good to see Anderson getting some stats on that sheet. Running tight end here for this Mount Horeb Barneveld Viking squad. And Mount Horeb Barneveld now in the Plain, Wisconsin red zone. First and 10, ball at the 15. Hendrickson hands off to Meyer. Meyer has a gap. Can he evade another defender? He can, and there 5 touchdown Mount Horeb Barneveld. Eli Meyer with the 15-yard rushing touchdown for this Mount Horeb Barneveld Viking squad. brought to you by the Norse Golf Club. Mount Horeb Barneveld strikes first on a Meyer rushing touchdown. And just like that, the Vikings are on the board. Vikings in their official 2-point try here. And the punch there to Meyer is going to be good. So Meyer gets another 2. And with that, Mount Horeb Barneveld's drive ends, a 65-yard drive. 6 plays, 65 yards. Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings coming out on top there, 8-0 here in the first. Hey, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by First Weber Mark Nortman and Associates, and by Kittleson Landscape Incorporated. Hope you enjoy the game. Brought to you by Kittleson Landscape.
And our Portage High School varsity cheer team is coached by the 3 Haleys. Head coach Haley Wolf, assistant Haley Reike, and assistant Haley Lovelace.
Just like that, 6 plays. Actually, I apologize. It's 8 plays. That's a little better. Doing the math again, 8 plays, 65 yards here for this Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings squad, and they will strike first. And Mount Horeb Barneveld kicks it off. On to return for the Portage Warriors is Freeze. Freeze at the 20. Gets met at the 25, and that's where he'll be stopped, and the Portage Warriors will resume drive number 2. Drive number 1 for this Warriors ended in an INT.
Looks like the ball is returned out to the Portage 27-yard line. First and 10 Portage.
First and 10 here from the 25 of Mount Horeb Barneveld. They'll give it the 27, actually, so that's where Portage will start their drive here, led by number 8, Brody Kayarts. As Kayart hands it off to Freeze. Freeze punches right through the middle, doesn't pick up anything but maybe an inch or 2, so it'll be second and about 9.5.
Freeze the ball carrier. Tackle by number 6.
Knight from the Vikings squad able to pick up the tackle there for the Vikings. Second play on the ground there for Freeze. And the handoff again met by a host of Vikings. Harrison Walker from Mount Horeb Barneveld met that one and said no thank you. Gave up absolutely no room. Well, gave up a yard, but we'll say absolutely no room there for the Vikings. And Freeze again. Actually, I apologize. It's going to be Brent on the carry. 3rd and 8 now for this Portage Warriors. Been successful on 3rd down so far in their first drive. Can they do it again? Kayart's looking, has to take it himself. He's got a man to beat, and he does not beat him. Going to be brought down by 34, Henry DeRozier. And DeRozier ends that Portage Warriors drive. It's going to be 4th, and looks like Christian himself having a relatively good season as well. Django Christian, that sophomore. He's got 368 yards through the air, 6 touchdowns, long rush of 45. So Django Christian on to receive for this Vikings. No sign of Colin Haig, number 1. Saw him hit the bench last game against Edgewood. So that ball is going to roll and stop at the Mount Horeb Barneveld 36. That's where Mount Horeb Barneveld will start drive number 2.
Being marked on the Viking 36-yard
As I was saying, Django Christian, that sophomore here for this Vikings squad, clocking in at a whopping 5'9", 150, but boy, does he pack a punch through the air. Not to mention even on the ground even for Django. We got a flag on the play. That one will be going against Portage, so
Penalties against Portage.
we'll take a couple steps here.
I believe it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
And it looks like with how far they're going, that's going to be personal foul. Looks like potentially unsportsmanlike. I didn't see anything, but they're going to start now at the Portage 49-yard line instead after that. Hendricks has pressure, rolls out to his left, going to take it himself, and slides out of bounds about halfway there, so 5 yards on the ground for Hendrickson. Yeah, Mount Horeb Barneveld starting at the 49 of Portage.
Gain of 4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 6.
So they only have about 49 yards here to go for potentially another touchdown here early in this first. 2nd and 5 for Hendrickson. Hendrickson, he's taken 4 on the ground with positive yards tonight. He seems to be favoring that over the air tonight as he's going to once again take it himself, but this time met, but evades a couple Portage Warriors, able to juke one out. He's got at least another 5, 10. He keeps going, and we have a flag on the field, and I can't tell if that's yeah, it is a flag. We have a fun-colored flag tonight. We got some orange apparel on the evening tonight, so it's hard to see what. Hard to really see if that's, it looks like it is pink. Hard to see what the color is. Either way, it's not yellow. But it's going to be holding on this Viking squad. So we're going to replay that second down. Mount Horeb Barneveld squad going to back up and be 10 yards back. And so Mount Horeb Barneveld back onto their side of the field here. It'll be 2nd. And it looks like they ended up basically gaining a yard from the spot of the foul there. So 2nd and 4 will be where we replay second down. Hendrickson hands off to Wilson. Wilson through his right, able to get through a couple defenders. Picks up 5, enough for that first down.
First down, Mount Horeb.
Wilson as well doing a great job for this Viking squad on the ground, leading Mount Horeb Barneveld both in rushing receptions and yards, 6 touchdowns, 618 yards. So when you see the Viking squad on the ground, you'll see Jack Wilson more often than not. He looks like this time Meyer lined up to his left, but Wilson through the air. Going to be picked up by 34, DeRozier, and DeRozier picks up a good 12 yards. Tipped and completed to Henry DeRozier. So a good defensive stop earlier for Henry, and boy, why don't you reward that one with a reception.
First down, Vikings.
Hendrickson, and flanked on his left by Meyer. 2 left, 1 to the right on the outside. He's going to find DeRozier once again. DeRozier gets another, well, by the time he's brought down, he's going to get another 9 for DeRozier. Henry DeRozier, we haven't said a ton of his name, but the juniors from this Mount Horeb Barneveld squad playing in that tight end position. 6'2", 210 on that stat sheet. Henry DeRozier getting 2 receptions And a tackle so far tonight on the stat sheet. 2 minutes and counting on this clock. 8-0, Mount Horeb Barneveld over the Warriors. And this time the handoff to Wilson. He's going to pass back to Hendrickson, and Hendrickson with the touchdown. Mount Horeb Barneveld. And that is what you would call a messy play. He's going to get the rushing touchdown on that one. We'll take another look here shortly on how that one aired out, but he's going to end up getting the rushing touchdown, and Mount Horeb Barneveld once again going for that 2. Hendrickson hands off to Wilson, and Wilson is in for 2. So Mount Horeb Barneveld, just like that, at the end of 2 drives, gets another score. Mount Horeb Barneveld up 16-0 as we take a look at that replay. So Hendrickson hands it off to Wilson. Wilson met. Going to pass it right back there to Hendrickson, and Hendrickson is able to take that one on the floor for a 15-yard rushing touchdown. And Mount Horeb Barneveld, once again, 49 yards on that drive for a touchdown. And that's how we're going to end drive number 2 here for this Vikings squad. Mount Horeb Barneveld up over Portage 16-0. While we have a moment, we'd like to thank a couple of our other sponsors tonight. Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. And by Norsk Golf Club. Book a tee time online at norskgolfclub.com. There are 2 touchdowns on the ground here for the Vikings to start out this first quarter. Meyer on a 15-yarder, Hendrickson on a 14-yarder, and just like that, Mount Horeb Barneveld up 2-0 with two possession conversions successful for this Vikings squad, and 1:49 left to go here in the first. Vikings firing on offensive cylinders here, 2 for 2 on their drives. Portage 0 for 2 with an INT and a 3-and-out early here in this first. So we're waiting for the ball, and Cullen Olson will be on the kick here for the Vikings squad. On to receive. That's been what we've been seeing here primarily for most of this game. On to receive is Austin Freeze as the kick is up and in the air. That should be on the other side. It's going to go to Oscar Johnson with the return there. So it'll be at the Warrior 25-yard line. And that's going to be where Portage will start drive number 3. As Mount Horeb Barneveld able to keep them to only a 3-play drive in the last drive here. Starting in a very similar field position, this Portage Warrior squad. Led by Brody Carrots, that senior on senior night here tonight from Portage. Carrots pops it back. Number 7, Donovan Navone. Or excuse me, Austin Freeze, number 1.
Tackled by number 17, Colton Bell. Being made on the play brings up 2nd and 2.
So Freeze gets 8 on the ground for him. K-Arts, the man in motion. Again, hands off to, looks to be, that's going to be a first down there for the Warriors. It's going to be Brunt, on that drive. So He'll get another 4. Handoff once again to Freeze, rolling to his left, met by a host of Vikings defenders. Austin Freeze only going to get back to the line of scrimmage for a second down. No gain there, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Portage Warriors. And that's going to be how we end quarter number 1, just like that. So at the end of 1, Mount Horeb Barneveld leading the Portage Warriors 16-0. We'll be right back for quarter number 2 right here on Wisco Radio.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneveld Football. And that's where you will find Mark Nortman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletes, the athletic program, and MHB football. Mark also knows the importance of selling your property or helping you find your dream property. Stop by our offices in downtown Mount Horeb, across the street from Quick Trip, to chat with Mark and meet Gus the Golden Retriever, who you've probably seen on our building. For the expertise and the experience you need, call Mark at 608-575-3393 or visit his website at marknortman.firstweber.com.
Hey. And welcome back to Portage, Wisconsin. Mount Horeb Barneveld coming into quarter number 2 leads this Portage Warriors squad 16-0. Portage on drive number 3 here, looking to get a little bit of offensive momentum after both in that first quarter their drives resulting in an interception and a 3-and-out. Vikings defense really firing on all cylinders so far in this first quarter, keeping Portage offensively sequestered, and Vikings obviously looking to try to continue that, but Portage has this opportunity, 2nd and 10. Freeze doing a great job so far overall keeping things on the ground. At about 15 or so yards on the ground for Freeze, and he'll take it again. Freeze now to his right, can be met by, once again, a host of defenders. Wilson for this Vikings squad ends up bringing him down. And so Freeze ending up getting about 2 on the play there, so it'll be 3rd and 8 for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Excuse me, for Portage. Looking at the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense. Doc and Jack Wilson on that field. Bringing down Freeze on the last play. Fakes the pitch. Rolls out number 19 there for the Warriors, Alex Hartwig, but only able to bring that up about 5. So Hartwig on the ground. Meyer ends up getting the tackle there for this Viking squad, so it'll be 4 and 3. And we'll see what be keeping the offense on the field. They sure do. K-Arts tries to push it through the middle, and he's going to get it. That's going to be Tristan Brunt on the ball carrier. Brunt, been relatively quiet here in this the back half of that first quarter. Had a big 14-yarder to start out their first drive, giving a little offensive spark to that Portage offense on drive number 1. But this is, other than a couple minimal pickups there, that's probably his most notable so far here since. At the pink flag comes on out. False start on Portage. And 1st and 15 here for Mount Horeb Barneveld, or excuse me, for Portage. K-Arts takes it, hands it once again over to Hartwig. Hartwig brought down by number 29 there, Caden Schlimgen. Schlimgen, the senior, or excuse me, the junior for this Mount Horeb Barneveld squad. Brings up 2nd and 7. So able to pick up a couple yards there.
Welcome back to Portage and supporting Warrior football.
Carrots taking direct snap under center. Has Hartwig moving. Going to put it through the air, unable to be picked up. Good defense by Primesberger, excuse me. That was intended for number 9, Noah Harvey. Harvey unable to pick that one up, in 3rd and 7. Mount Horeb Barneveld trying to keep their defensive momentum alive here, allowing a couple more plays. 12-play drive so far for this Portage Warriors squad. So allowing a little bit more on the offensive side of things, but keeping it relatively tame in terms of any sort of long plays. K-Arts flips it out. Freeze has plenty of room to run on the outside. Freeze is going to meet his man. 23-yard through the air. Freeze. It'll be a 1st down for the Portage Warriors. Mount Horeb Barneveld unable to stop him there on that one. And Portage just outside their red zone. The closest they've been to any sort of score so far tonight. It looked like their first drive had a little bit of potential momentum as well, but broken up by Jack Wilson and the INTs. So see if they can pick something up similar to what they're doing on drive number 1. K-Arts. And hands off, but another pink flag on the field. So it's going to be encroachment on Mount Horeb Barneveld. So they'll redo 1st down. They'll get an extra 5 there. So it'll be 1st and 5. Officially does get it within the Mount Horeb Barneveld, or excuse me, the Portage red zone. And
you don't get to say that very often, so we're going to do it again. 1st and 5, Portage.
Portage now within striking distance, looking to get on the board, down 16-0 here against his Mount Horeb Barneveld Viking squad. K-Arts on the pitch once again to Hartwig. Walker with the tackle there. And Hartwig's only going to pick up 1. So 2nd and 4 now here for the Warriors. And a pass there over to Freeze. Freeze has the edge, and he's not quite able to get it. Freeze going to pick up about 12 there, so Freeze is really kind of the offensive spark that this Portage Warriors squad needed. 1st and goal from the 3. We'll see if they can convert. And a pass. That looks like to be a touchdown for Portage. Number 5, Tristan Brunt on the 3-yard rushing touchdown. Puts Portage on the board 16-6. Took off just over 5 minutes of time on that clock in the second quarter, so a lengthy drive. It's going to be 17 plays, 25 yards for the Warriors to come out with a touchdown. And it looks like they're going to be following the Mount Horeb Barneveld playbook, trying to go for two, trying to match. K-Art's broken up there, and another flag hits the field. Let's take a look here and see. Original pass broken up there. Intended was Hartwig. And it looks like it's going to be holding against the Vikings, the original intention. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. They're going to retry that one more time. It'll be basically a free down here, of course, for the Warriors, and they're going to get just about that much closer to give it one more shot. Trying to keep pace with this Vikings squad. 2 successful two-point conversions so far in the game. Portage trying to look to do the same. Rush through Brunt is no side from the official. It looks like it's going to be no good. Two-point conversion is no good officially, and just like that, Mount Horeb Barneveld will be still leading here, 16-6. 6:54 left to go here in the second quarter. Mount Horeb Barneveld looking to start drive number 3. Both drives successful. Can they make it 3 for 3? Hey, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mound City Bank, building lasting relationships with Premier Financial Solutions. And by the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, an organization focused on assisting the development of youth football players in Mount Horeb. Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, always a proud supporter of WIAA playoffs here on Wisco Radio. We're excited to bring them back on once again for another great year of WIAA playoffs coming next week. Mount Horeb Barneveld all but sealed their fate last week, so it's going to be basically a matter of, I think, where Mount Horeb Barneveld sits overall in the ranking. Won't be the 1 seed unless something crazy happens, but I think even in the biggest fantasies of worlds, I don't think you'll see Mount Horeb Barneveld 1 seed, but they'll have a little bit of an onside kick attempt here for Portage as the ball flies out of bounds. So kick, officials throw the flag on the kick going out of bounds, and unsuccessful attempt for Portage on the onside kick. So Mount Horeb Barneveld going to be starting their drive number 3. Let's see where the ball is officially spotting. It's the 47-yard line, so they'll start it at the 47. And drive number 3 will proceed. Hendrickson having a pretty good game tonight. Notable passes through the air. About 35 through the air approximately so far tonight, and Hendrickson most notably about the same on the ground, but with a rushing touchdown. So making his presence known in both stat lines, but most notably tonight on the ground with through the air. So actually, correction, it will be almost exactly on the 50. So. All right, so just like that, Mount Horeb Barneveld, drive number 3. Let's get started. Hendrickson, in the center, flanked by Meyer. Hands it off to Meyer. Meyer cuts it through the middle and gets another 8 for Meyer. Brunt on the tackle there for the Warriors. So it'll be 2nd and 7.
About 6 on the play, brings up 2nd and 4.
And they will give him 6. So 2nd and 4 now for the Vikings. Hendrickson and Meyer combo. 2 left, 1 to the right. Christian with plenty of room in the backfield. And it's going to be sent over to DeRozier on the slot. And a late hit, I believe, as the flag comes out. Yep. So penalty as DeRozier picks up 15 there for the 14 for the Vikings. And a flag comes out after the catch, after he was rendered down, and a late hit again here from the Warriors. So if I had to put my money on it, I think that's what we'll be seeing here. Yep, so that will be unsportsmanlike on Portage. So that'll be 15 yards yet again. And so just like that, Mount Horeb Barneveld going to be placed at the 15-yard line. And that actually puts them in the Play in Wisconsin red zone 2 plays in. So I'd like to see that start the drive at the 50, 2 plays in. You're in the Play in Wisconsin red zone. Hendrickson over to Meyer, keeps it, try to find DeRozier again. DeRozier is going to get a completed reception. Or excuse me, that was 34. DeRozier. So he'll get basically nothing. And the clock continues to wind here in Portage. 16-6, Mount Horeb Barneveld successful on their first 2 drives, scoring. Looking to make it 3 for 3. Hendrickson. He's got Cullen Olson on his left in the backfield, and they're just going to take it straight up the middle. So it'll be 3rd and make it 3rd and 10 again, 3rd and 9. Eli Meyer not getting much on that one. So long 3rd and 10 here for the Vikings. Just like that, it felt like the momentum switched a little bit. Vikings having 2 unsuccessful offensive drives, sitting at the 15-yard line. So 3rd and 10 for the Vikings. Hendrickson and Meyer. On the right, Christian Anderson. On the left is senior Max Grundle. Hendrickson looking. Able to find DeRozier through the slant. DeRozier's got a little bit of room, and is he in? He's in. Henry DeRozier for the 15-yard Mount Horeb Barneveld touchdown, and the Vikings strike again, 3 for 3 on their offensive drives. DeRozier touchdown brought to you by the Norse Golf Club. And Hendrickson's first through the air tonight. And Vikings once again in that 2-point conversion look. They will to Eli Meyer through the middle. And Meyer is the ball carrier with plenty of room. So another 2-point conversion here for Eli Meyer. And just like that, Mount Horeb Barneveld 24-6. Vikings over Portage Warriors. We take another look at that touchdown. Hendrickson looking, finds DeRozier on the slant route through. He's got plenty of room. Evades Brunt on the tackle and is brought down there in the end zone. Mount Horeb Barneveld with another score. Hendrickson's first through the air. DeRozier's first as well for the evening. Well, we got another minute. We'd like to thank some more of our sponsors. Farmer Savings Bank, more than just your hometown bank. And by Play in Wisconsin. Swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, and more. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin.
Cullen Olson on the kick from Mount Horeb. Back to receive for Portage Austin Freeze.
Cullen Olson and Freeze on to receive. So basically 3 for 3 on that connection as well tonight. Oh, I will say Alex Hartwig picked up a little bit of offensive movement in that last drive for Portage. Actually took the reception or the receiving here for Olson. as the kick is up, and it will go through the end zone. So Mount Horeb Barneveld, punt it through the end zone. Be a touchback.
.com.
Go long.
That's a championship lawn. Be ashamed if some weeds took the title.
Nice hit, Johnson.
Are you sick and tired of your lawn getting sacked by weeds? Then sign up with Weedman to help you achieve a lush, green lawn that stands up to weeds. Did I mention that it was kid and pet friendly? Tackle weeds on your home turf with Weedman. Call or click today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
At Mound City Bank, we're more than just a local community bank. We're your dedicated partner for all of your financial needs. Whether you're looking for a personal or business account, we have a range of options, including free checking designed to suit your lifestyle. When it comes to loans, you can trust that every decision is made locally by our knowledgeable lenders who truly understand the needs of our community.
Come see how Mound City Bank can make banking easier and more personalized for you. Stop by or call us in Mount Horeb at 608-437-2685. Mound City Bank is proud to be here for you, with offices also in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, and Mineral Point. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Turn your home into the ultimate family playground with Plain Wisconsin. Choose from our traditional solid wood or maintenance-free vinyl swing sets built for fun, safety, and years of enjoyment. Whether it's a basketball goal for your driveway or a full multi-sport court, Plain Wisconsin has everything you need for backyard action. Want the perfect lawn? Our synthetic turf putting greens and pet turf are perfect for practice, play, and furry friends. With Plain Wisconsin, you get quality, durability, and fun, all in one place. Visit our Middleton showroom to try it first or shop us online at plainwisconsin.com.
At Samuelson Eye Care, we know clear vision doesn't always mean healthy eyes. That's why we've introduced advanced screenings to capture detailed images above and below the surface of your eyes, helping us spot potential issues early, often before you notice any changes. These quick, painless scans give our doctors a deeper look at your overall eye health, so you can see clearly today and for years to come. For as low as $40, be sure to add on these screenings to your yearly exam by calling 608-437-3377. Protect your vision with Samuelson Eye Care.
At Farmers Savings Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in local businesses, farms, and families, we help our communities thrive. Whether you're looking for a loan to grow your dreams or secure a place to grow your savings, Farmers Savings Bank is here to support you. When you bank with us, you're reinvesting in your own community. Farmers Savings Bank, where your success fuels our commitment to a stronger tomorrow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneveld Football. And that's where you will find Mark Nortman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletes, the athletic program, and MHB football. Mark also knows the importance of selling your property or helping you find your dream property. Stop by our offices in downtown Mount Horeb, across the street from Quick Trip, to chat with Mark and meet Gus the Golden Retriever, who you've probably seen on our building. For the expertise and the experience you need, call Mark at 608-575-3393 or visit his website at marknortman.firstweber.com.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School Football Program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth Football Program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Go long.
That's a championship lawn. Be ashamed if some weeds took the title.
Nice hit, Johnson.
Are you sick and tired of your lawn getting sacked by weeds? Then sign up with Weedman to help you achieve a lush, green lawn that stands up to weeds. Did I mention that it was kid and pet friendly? Tackle weeds on your home turf with Weedman. Call or click today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
At Mound City Bank, we're more than just a local community bank. We're your dedicated partner for all of your financial needs. Whether you're looking for a personal or business account, we have a range of options, including free checking designed to suit your lifestyle. When it comes to loans, you can trust that every decision is made locally by our knowledgeable lenders who truly understand the needs of our community.
Come see how Mound City Bank can make banking easier and more personalized for you. Stop by or call us in Mount Horeb at 608-437-2685. Mound City Bank is proud to be here for you, with offices also in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, and Mineral Point. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Turn your home into the ultimate family playground with Plain, Wisconsin. Choose from our traditional solid wood or maintenance-free vinyl swing sets built for fun, safety, and years of enjoyment. Whether it's a basketball goal for your driveway or a full multi-sport court, Plain, Wisconsin has everything you need for backyard action. Want the perfect lawn? Our synthetic turf putting greens and pet turf are perfect for practice, play, and furry friends. With Plain Wisconsin, you get quality, durability, and fun, all in one place. Visit our Middleton showroom to try it first or shop us online at plainwisconsin.com.
At Samuelson Eye Care, we know clear vision doesn't always mean healthy eyes. That's why we've introduced advanced screenings to capture detailed images above and below the surface of your eyes, helping us spot potential issues early, often before you notice any changes. These quick, painless scans give our doctors a deeper look at your overall eye health, so you can see clearly today and for years to come. For as low as $40, be sure to add on these screenings to your yearly exam by calling 608-437-3377. Protect your vision with Samuelson Eye Care.
At Farmers Savings Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in local businesses, farms, and families, we help our communities thrive. Whether you're looking for a loan to grow your dreams or secure a place to grow your savings, Farmers Savings Bank is here to support you. When you bank with us, you're reinvesting in your own community. Farmers Savings Bank, where your success fuels our commitment to a stronger tomorrow. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneveld Football. And that's where you will find Mark Nortman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletes, the athletic program, and MHB football. Mark also knows the importance of selling your property or helping you find your dream property. Stop by our offices in downtown Mount Horeb, across the street from Quick Trip, to chat with Mark and meet Gus the Golden Retriever, who you've probably seen on our building. For the expertise and the experience you need, call Mark at 608-575-3393 or visit his website at marknortman.firstweber.com.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School Football Program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth Football Program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Go long.
That's a championship lawn. Be ashamed if some weeds took the title.
Nice hit, Johnson.
Are you sick and tired of your lawn getting sacked by weeds? Then sign up with Weedman to help you achieve a lush, green lawn that stands up to weeds. Did I mention that it was kid and pet friendly? Tackle weeds on your home turf with Weedman. Call or click today.
And welcome back to Mount Horeb and Portage. From Portage, Wisconsin, Mount Horeb Barneveld taking on the Portage Warriors so far tonight. And as we take a look at the start of the third quarter here, about 50 or so seconds on the clock, Mount Horeb Barneveld running out. Mount Horeb Barneveld having a good offensive start to the day so far. Mount Horeb Barneveld tonight, 4 drives and 4 touchdowns for them. Hendrickson, a touchdown on the ground and through the air. Wilson and Eli Meyer with touchdowns on the ground. DeRozier with that reception there from Hendrickson through the air gives Mount Horeb Barneveld the 32 with a couple 2-point successful conversions. Portage unable to find quite the success that Mount Horeb Barneveld has had. They were able to have a successful attempt there, a successful drive, 1 of 4 for them. And this Portage Warriors squad found the ground. Number 5, senior Tristan Brunt, able to find the ball there through the ground and bring home at least 6 points there for the Warriors. An unsuccessful attempt on the ground for 2 points, gives us 32-6 as we start this third quarter. We're going to take one more quick break before we come back here for quarter number 3. They reset the clock, about 2:36 left to go, so we'll see you in about 2 minutes here on Wisco Radio. Mount Horeb Barneveld 32, Portage 6. Second half action coming up right after this right here on Wisco Radio.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
At Mound City Bank, we're more than just a local community bank. We're your dedicated partner for all of your financial needs. Whether you're looking for a personal or business account, we have a range of options, including free checking designed to suit your lifestyle. When it comes to loans, you can trust that every decision is made locally by our knowledgeable lenders who truly understand the needs of our community.
Come see how Mound City Bank can make banking easier and more personalized for you. Stop by or call us in Mount Horeb at 608-437-2685. Mound City Bank is proud to be here for you, with offices also in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, and Mineral Point. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
And welcome back to Portage High School. Start of the third quarter, Mount Horeb Barneveld 32, Portage Warriors 6. Mount Horeb Barneveld having a ton of success in that first quarter and first half, offensively. And just like that, they're going to have the opportunity to strike once again as they will be receiving in this second half. Mount Horeb Barneveld 4 for 4 on their drive so far. Django Christian now on to receive for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Christian having a relatively quiet night in comparison to some of his other evenings, and Christian just falls on that one. That's going to be actually Updegraw. My boy Devin Updegraw, former Wisco Radio member. So Vikings will start drive number 1 of this second half on the 30-yard line. Hendrickson having a good night so far in that first half. Both on the ground, in the air. He's got a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown so far tonight. Vikings look to keep the momentum going. As he hands off to Wilson. Wilson has plenty of room to run. He only needs to beat one. Austin Freeze is going to stop the Jack Wilson. And a 40-yard carry there for Jack Wilson. Just like that, now the Vikings on the 30-yard line of Portage on one play. Wilson having a relatively quiet night on the ground, but just sort of broke that stat open with a 40-yard long run for him. So Hendrickson, again, flanked by Meyer now. Django and Anderson to the left. He's going to find Anderson. Anderson through the middle. And a couple flags come on out. Anderson's still up with plenty of room. We'll see what the flag is. All things going Mount Horeb Barneveld's way will be a first down, 10 yards. Going to be face mask Portage. I think it might be. Yep. So first down there for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings squad. Anderson on a nice reception there. So it'll be an additional 15, and just like that, Mount Horeb Barneveld in the Play in Wisconsin red zone once again, 5 for 5 tonight on that Play in Wisconsin red zone stat.
We're going to pick the winner of the 50-50 raffle shortly. You want to get those tickets out and be ready.
First and goal, actually, from the 10-yard line. So Mount Horeb Barneveld will get 4 shots at it. Not that they've needed a ton so far tonight. Off to Eli Meyer through the middle. Meyer gets about 2 on that carry. Meyer with 1 touchdown so far tonight already. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. Viking ball on the 7, so got a couple more chances at it here for the score. Vikings looking to go 5 for 5, I should say, on this one, including this drive. Henderson through the air, and that's going to be Hayden Anderson for the touchdown. Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings with yet another touchdown brought to you by the Norse Golf Club. So touchdown number 2 through the air for the Vikings squad. And it's going to be second that will actually be play number 5. So 5 plays, 70 yards for the Vikings, and they're going to go for 2 once again, trying to make it a 34-point differential here, potentially after this one. Eli Meyer been relatively successful tonight. I think he's going to get it. He sure will. Eli Meyer going to get that 2-point conversion, and Vikings now have plenty of space in between. Portage with a 34-point lead and one point away from a running clock scenario here come into this second half. As we take another look at the Anderson touchdown here. See, Hendrickson fakes the handoff, finds Anderson on the slant, and just like that, Mount Horeb Barneveld has that 34-point lead. Second passing touchdown here for Hendrickson through the air. Anderson's first touchdown as well tonight through the air. And so this Viking squad firing on all cylinders. 5 for 5 on drives tonight for them. And that's the sort of offensive prowess that you like to see coming into playoffs. Unlike our other Wisconsin-based playoff friends right now who are lacking a little offensive prowess at the moment. But Mount Horeb Barneveld going to be carrying the Wisconsin fan base here. Hey, while we have a minute, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. We'd like to thank First Weber Mark Nortman and Associates for sponsoring tonight's broadcast, and Kittleson Landscape. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Portage starting drive number 1 here of this second half. Not nearly as successful as Mount Horeb Barneveld, and the defense here from this Viking squad able to keep things relatively under wraps. Any sort of bright, I'd say, spark to this Portage offense has been Austin Freeze. Austin Freeze gets 1 yard on the ground there. He has around 40 through the air tonight. About 15 or so on the ground, but making a huge offensive difference on the ground and making sure that Mount Horeb Barneveld defense kind of staying on their toes. You never really know when Austin Freeze is going to make an impact here. Shot through the air, no good. Pass intended there from K-Arts to Michael Knockreiner, that senior on the Portage squad. And now Portage has another 3-and-out scenario. Portage starting this drive at their 25-yard line. Mount Horeb Barneveld stopping them on 3-and-outs twice earlier in this first half. Looking to do it for the first time here yet again in the second. So 3rd and 8, a big defensive stop here needed for this Viking squad. Going to put them in some pretty good offensive position if they can handle it. K-Arts pass and complete. Let's see if we can get a number. That's going to be 6 there. Michael Knockreiner, the intended receiver from the last one as well. And so that will be a 12-yard pass there for Knockreiner. First and 10 there for Portage, so the Warriors stay alive. And the handoff right up there to Brunt, gobbled up by the Vikings squad, and I'd say probably a gain of, it doesn't look like really a gain of anything there. I think he's met right at the line of scrimmage. Met there by Parker Niles, the 6'3", 220 senior on the Vikings defense. Clock runs here, 9:19 and counting for the Portage Warriors offense. They have a little bit of ways to go. K-Arts fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, puts it through the air. Almost broken up, and is it completed? It is. I think they're going to call it a completion. Michael Knockreiner. That'll be 25-yard completion there to Knockreiner. And Knockreiner basically single-handedly, with the help from K-Arts, keeping this Portage drive alive. So it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 36-yard line. K-Arts just hands it right up through the middle to Tristan Brunt. Number 5. Met by a host of Vikings defenders. He'll get another 5. And that's basically been Brunt's game all day today. Pick up 5, pick up 4, pick up 5. Got a 3-yard rushing touchdown. And we're going to give him 4, actually, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Warriors. K-Arts over to Brunt. Brunt head down, takes a tackle, and is going to get a gain of 4. Met by Schlimgen on the Vikings defense. So another 4 there for Brunt. 3rd and 2 coming up now for the Portage Warriors. Able to keep this one alive. Been relatively successful on the drives where they did not go 3-and-out and keeping some longer drives sustained. 17 plays, 11 plays. As this one easily gets pushed through. Brunt once again gets another 5. DeRozier on the tackle there for the Vikings squad. And so another 1st down here for the Portage Warriors. as I was saying earlier, on those drives that did result in some sort of offensive play, Portage having no problem keeping things. Going to find a 5 on the ground.
Tackled by number 17, Colton Bell. Gain a 5 on the play, 2nd and 5.
Brunt up the middle here for the for the Warriors. That ball carrier. And another first down.
Number 13, Jerry Larson.
So yet another 5 yards or so for Brunt, and another first down, and once again the clock still runs. So it'll be 1st and goal here at the 10 for the Portage Warriors. K-Arts leading this Warriors squad. Harris on the pitch to Brunt.
Billy K-Arts on the kick for Portage. Back deep to receive, number 25, Django Christian, and number 8, Elson Bumgardt.
Christian back on to receive here for the Vikings, 14-40. Portage with the score. And Mount Horeb Barneveld letting Portage be a little successful there on that offensive drive. And Portage now going to just boot this one away after eating up a good portion of the clock there in that 3rd quarter. Kelson Baumgart on the reception, just trying to cover it up there. Oh, we have a minute here. We'd like to thank some more of our sponsors, Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, and by Norsk Golf Club. Book a tee time online at norskgolfclub.com. Hendrickson coming out. 2nd drive here of this 2nd half. Hands it off to Myers. And Meyer gets about 4 there.
Gain of 3 in the play, brings up 2nd and 7.
Gain of about 3 there on the play. 2nd and 7 now for this Vikings squad. Hendrickson in trouble, just rolling out, going to step out of bounds, and Hendrickson in a little bit of a situation there, able to get out and keep things moving. Brought out of bounds there by Tristan Brunt. Mount Horeb Barneveld with looking for another good offensive drive to make this one 6 of 6. They're going to be starting. They started at the 20-yard line. Excuse me, 23, 24. As we're looking here, Hendrickson needs to roll. Pressure by man. That's going to be tackled. Wesley Kruger. And Krieger coming up with a big stop here for the Portage defense. Mount Horeb Barneveld now in a little bit of trouble as Hendrickson couldn't get away from Krieger on the rollout. And is there a flag? There sure is. Yeah, it's tough to see the pink flags there. So we'll keep Mount Horeb Barneveld alive.
The 15-yard penalty. Ball is placed on the Viking 28-yard line.
So with that, at the spot of the foul, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, so it will be 3rd and 5 approximately. And so Vikings stay alive offensively with the help of some laundry on the field. And they get one more opportunity here, 3rd and 5. Hendrickson having a little bit of pressure here from this Portage Warriors defense. And now the officials are going to chat for a minute here. Let's see. Are we conferring spots here? I'm just making sure everybody's aligned with what's going on. Clock is stopped, 2:58, and it must have been I am not entirely sure what's happening here. Now it's a first down. So the ball there must have been an issue on the spot because I didn't see, but there's been a lot of conversation, but not anything additional on the field. So there's been a lot of conferring. And Portage is just going to take a timeout. I don't think that's a half bad call. Make sure everybody's aware of what's going on here. We'll take a quick breather here. Make sure the head coach and the officials, their head coach from Portage, Chris Rice, going to be chatting with the officials, making sure we're all straightened away. And while we have a minute here, we'll thank our sponsor, Mount City Bank, for bringing tonight's broadcast to you, building lasting relationships with premier financial solutions. And the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, an organization focused on assisting the development of youth football players right here in Mount Horeb. Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, a great sponsor here of the WIAA playoffs as we start to bleed into playoff time here. Should be always a great time here for football. It's always sort of a bittersweet day around WIAA, the Wisconsin football area here. That's a snap to Hendrickson. Through the air. Has plenty of room, is Bogmart, and couldn't quite bring that one in. And Baumgart had absolutely nowhere but room to run and couldn't bring it in. And just like that, Vikings will have a second down. But boy, was that promising. Baumgart, the sophomore, following in his fellow classmate Christian's footsteps, getting some good space out there in the defensive backfield. Anderson will try to get through the air right to Anderson. Anderson with a good 15 or so, 16-yard pickup. Anderson having a pretty good night so far tonight. Anderson, one touchdown. And yet another flag on the play. Oh, my goodness. Maybe unsportsmanlike conduct after. That was well after the Anderson was up and done. Let's see what our official has to say. Yeah, on the other side this time for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Sportsmanlike on that side, so Mount Horeb Barneveld will move us back a little bit and basically wipe out that play there from Anderson and some.
We've got the balls being placed on the Viking 41-yard line.
So with it being after the play, it's still going to be a first down, but they're going to move it back 15. And so ball is at 41-yard line on the Mount Horeb Barneveld side of the field. And I think we're ready to play some football here. 2:35 left to go here in the third. 40-14 is your score from Portage. Handoff to Meyer. Meyer met by a host of Portage defenders, able to bring about 3 on that one. And Meyer, able to pick up a couple. Johnson on the tackle there from the Portage Warriors. As we were saying earlier, Mount Horeb Barneveld has all but cemented a spot in the playoffs. Now what the seed is going to be, we'll figure out tomorrow. Portage playing for a little bit more on that line tonight. Not quite getting to that mark so far in the season. As Hendrickson on basically the same play to Anderson. So it's going to be a good 11-yard pickup there from Anderson. And this time, no personal foul. No after the play contact, and so the Vikings will keep this position this time. And more or less after all that, we're at the same spot. And play will resume. Ball at the 44-yard line on the Portage side of things. 1:26 clock is counting. Hendrickson through the air, almost found Christian. Knockreiner tried to get a hand in there and break that one up. Provide a little bit of defensive pressure, which I think worked, as Christian unable to bring that one in. Second and 10, clock now stops for this Vikings squad. Vikings looking to keep things 6 of 6 offensively on drives so far tonight. Oh, high snap there for Hendrickson. Hendrickson just needs to fall on top of it. He does not. Ball's out, ball's loose, and convert on drive number 6 of the evening, and the Portage Warriors are able to come up on a big stop. High snap resulting in that turnover there for Hendrickson, and Mount Horeb Barneveld now is quickly on the defensive side of things. Ball sitting at the 41-yard line, and Mount Horeb Barneveld is going to need to play some lockdown defense to get that ball back. 1:09 left to go here in the third. 40-14. Mount Horeb Barneveld having an up-and-down night defensively, making some pretty big stops, also letting some pretty long drives progress here from the Portage Warrior offense. And encroachment there on the Vikings, so yet again some laundry on the field there for this squad, and ball is going to be placed on the 36-yard line of 1st and 5 for this Warriors offense. Clock still at 1:08 here in the third. Run straight up the middle to Tristan Brunt. Knight on the tackle here for the Vikings. Portage able to fend off a potential running clock scenario by getting a touchdown on their first drive here in this third quarter, as well as forcing a turnover there on the defensive side of the ball. So now the Warriors looking to make up a little ground in this scores column. 34 and counting. Merritt puts it through the air and up, no good, and there comes a little laundry. What looks to be most likely pass interference. And a timeout, injury timeout. We'll not only get the call, but we'll see the injured Warrior on the field. So holding their Mount Horeb. Actually, pass interference. There you go. I would agree on that correction. So it will be first down, Mount Horeb Barneveld committing that one and trying to get some eyes on our down man here for the Warriors. Well, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll get things all sorted here on the field. When we come back, we'll have the continuation of this Portage Warriors drive here on Wisco Radio. 28 seconds on the clock, 40-14. We'll be right back. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this here from Portage.
Turn your home into the ultimate family playground with Plain, Wisconsin. Choose from our traditional solid wood or maintenance-free vinyl swing sets built for fun, safety, and years of enjoyment. Whether it's a basketball goal for your driveway or a full multi-sport court, Plain, Wisconsin has everything you need for backyard action. Want the perfect lawn? Our synthetic turf putting greens and pet turf are perfect for practice, play, and furry friends. With Plain, Wisconsin, you get quality, durability, and fun all in one place. Visit our Middleton showroom to try it first or shop us online at plainwisconsin.com.
Welcome back to Portage. Injured Warrior was number 9, Nolan Harvey. Harvey able to get up under his own power, so play will resume at the Portage Mount Horeb Barneveld 18-yard line. Portage 18 yards to go here for a score. Fakes the handoff. Puts it through the air, and unable to find Freeze. Austin Freeze, sort of the wild card man on this Portage offense so far tonight. Austin Freeze unable to bring that one in, and does stop the clock. So Mount Horeb Barneveld now with let's see here. Looks like be 2nd and 10 here from the 18. Freeze is still on. K-Arts and Freeze in motion. Pitches it over to Hartwig. Hartwig almost brought down there by Parker Niles. Able to pick up a few extra there. Parker almost had that one for a loss, but that's going to be the end of the third quarter just like that. And Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings trying to fend off a Portage Warriors score here, but at the end of 3, 40-14, Vikings football right here on Wisco Radio.
At Samuelson Eye Care, we know clear vision doesn't always mean healthy eyes. That's why we've introduced advanced screenings to capture detailed images above and below the surface of your eyes, helping us spot potential issues early, often before you notice any changes. These quick, painless scans give our doctors a deeper look at your overall eye health, so you can see clearly today and for years to come. For as low as $40, be sure to add on these screenings to your yearly exam by calling 608-437-3377. Protect your vision with Samuelson Eye Care.
Welcome back to trying to get a score here. And there was officially a tackle for a loss. So Portage is backed up 1. So it'll be 3rd and a half. 3rd and 10 and a half, I guess, is the official ruling. Mount Horeb Barneveld looking for a big stop here. 3rd and 5 after the adjustment there. Yep, 3rd and 5. And we'll adjust the position there, and we'll be ready to rock and roll for quarter number 4, 14-40. Portage trailing the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. Vikings all but locking up their playoff positioning. K-Arts through the air and a hold, I believe, once again. So, and a second flag comes out late. Oh my goodness, this is starting to get a little unruly here. Let's see what the situation is here. think we have the first flag is holding on the Vikings. We'll see what the second one is. Definitely significantly later after the play, so we can.
There are 2 penalties on the field. First one is
pass interference on Mount Horeb. Okay, so we'll give him that one. Yep.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
A lot of words there. We'll get that one sorted out. So 2 penalties against Mount Horeb there. That one, first one pass interference. Second one is unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. So that's got to put them pretty darn close. 1st and 4, I believe. Yep, 1st and 4 here for Mount Horeb Barneveld, or for the Portage. So 1st and goal here from the 3. Portage looking to continue this one. And Brunt, the ball carrier, and a touchdown there for Portage. And so Portage doesn't let the Vikings continue their scoring momentum on that turnover, resulting in a long drive. And this Portage Warriors squad offensively starting to make things come together a little bit. On the line for a 2-point conversion following in the Mount Horeb Barneveld footsteps, and they do not get it. Pass is overthrown. And just like that, 40-20, your score here in the 4th. Mount Horeb Barneveld still leading. Well, I have a minute here. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Farmers Savings Bank, more than just your local hometown bank. And by Play in Wisconsin, swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, and more. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin. Big thank you to all of our sponsors tonight. First Weber, Mark Nortman and Associates, Kittleson Landscape, Mount Horeb Utilities, Norsk Golf Club, Mound City Bank, Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, Farmers Savings Bank, Plain, Wisconsin, and Wheatman. On the kick. Now for Portage, it looks like to be K-Arts? Yeah, it is. The 8s and the 9s are really tightly aligned here. I can't, from up here, can't tell if it's K-Arts or Harvey. That looks like it's probably most likely K-Arts here. Christian on to receive for the Vikings. Christian, ball's going to take a hop. He will receive it. Take it and just going to slide down at the 25-yard line, and that's where Mount Horeb Barneveld is going to start. 11:30 left to go here in this game. Portage fending off the running clock scenario, was 1 point away here for a minute, and Portage has scored a couple of unanswered points, and just like that, they are making some moves here on the Vikings. 40-20, still a little bit of ways to go. Vikings need to keep this ball in their possession and get a score, but Portage starting to find what they needed offensively. Hendrickson on a little dump pass over to Meyer. Meyer trying to evade, get out of the shoestring tackle there by Alex Hartwig.
Tackle by number 19, Alex Hartwig.
And Hartwig able to stop that one, only let that one be a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7. Now for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. Hendrickson through the air. Got a man and almost brought in by Christian. Knockreiner there breaking that one up. And Christian almost coming in. Knockreiner had the original tip there, and Christian was trying to bring that one in and just couldn't quite make it happen. And so now it's going to be 3rd and 7. Christian able to find a man, ran right into a defender and actually had a loss of 3. So now it's going to be 4th and 11. Definitely not what you wanted to see here from a Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings side of things. So 4th and 11 now for the Vikings. They're going to have to punt it away. Freeze back deep here for Portage. So Hendrickson punting that one away, and the Vikings will be starting, or the Warriors, excuse me, starting the drive on the 49-yard line of their side of the field. The Vikings defense now going to need to make a big stop. Clock at 9:50, so clock not on the side of the Portage Warriors, but still a 3-score game. Seeing a lot of crazier things happen in 9 minutes, but the Vikings would be feeling a little bit more comfortable in this position, getting some time off the clock and getting a stop here against the Warriors. Pitch off to Tristan Brunt. And Brunt met at the line there by Ricky Sevilla, able to get 3. Gain of 3 there on the play for Brunt. Brunt being very much that man of just getting 4, 5, 6 yards every play. Okay, hard over to Brunt once again, but this time Brunt met by Harrison Walker, Aiden Knight. I think they're going to get about a half yard maybe on that one. Yeah, we'll give him 1, so 3rd and 5. Good meet there by Walker and Knight. So now 3rd and 5 here for the Vikings. Okay, Hart throws it up, intended receiver Alex Hartwig, incomplete, and so now 4th and 5, Mount Horeb Barneveld with that good stop. And now can they, Portage, I think in a go scenario, I don't think there's much else you can do here. 8:25 clock is stopped. So it's going to be 4th and 5. K-Arts. Hartwig and Brute. Hartwig in motion there. Brunt on his left. Excuse me, Freeze is going to be on his left. Maybe trying to draw off Mount Horeb Barneveld off sides, and it's going to be a timeout here from Portage. They have 1 remaining. And Mount Horeb Barneveld doing a great job keeping things a little composed there. The laundry has been flying late in this 3rd quarter into the 4th, and so Mount Horeb Barneveld able to keep things under control. 40-20, Mount Horeb Barneveld over Portage. Next week, it's going to be level 1 action here for WIAA football. Mount Horeb Barneveld all but guaranteed to be in that situation. Now, where they lie, they might have sealed their fate a little bit last week with their loss to Edgewood. Edgewood undefeated so far in the season. Not quite sure. Haven't been able to see a score yet tonight from them. So all we know, Edgewood is still in the undefeated state. Mount Horeb Barneveld looking to most likely get the 2 or the 3 seed coming into playoffs. A little pitch to Freeze. Freeze met by a Vikings defender, and did they get it? I think so. Yep. That's a great stop there by the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Mount Horeb Barneveld, they are going to be living that defensive life there. Exactly what they needed. 8 minutes and counting. First down, Mount Horeb. And when they needed a stop, they got one. Mount Horeb Barneveld coming up big on that defensive stop, putting the offense back on the field and puts them back in the driver's seat. Hendrickson, a little bit of a low snap. Pitch over to Meyer. Meyer on the outside, finds the edge, able to get 5 and met by some Portage defenders, so he's going to get 5 on that carry. Fortunately for the Vikings, runs out of bounds. Clock does stop.
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5.
And a big score coming in here as we're getting a scoring update. Looks like Sauk Prairie is currently beating Edgewood 20-7. So that could have some potential playoff implications as we come into these next couple of hours. Big thanks, Colleen Neschheim, for keeping us up to date here on the Wisco broadcast. We got to stay focused on one, but we got folks, we got people. Colleen Neschheim is one of our people, so we appreciate it. 6:35 and counting here. 40-20. Hendrickson. And flags on the play here again. Encroachment on Portage. It's about right. So first down for the Vikings, so that will reset that one. Clock will still run in favor now of the Vikings. So late in that fourth quarter, 20-7, Sauk Prairie over the Edgewood Crusaders. Interesting to see how that score plays out. A little pitch over to Wilson. Wilson finds a gap through the middle, and Wilson with a 20-yard carry. Make it 18-yard carry. And so the Vikings now in, once again, first down position. Ball sitting at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 once again. Clock still runs, most importantly, now that the chains have moved. Vikings taking as much time as they can now here on each possession. Wilson up through the middle, finds the gap on the left-hand side, and good tackle there by Tristan Brunt. Again, kind of another shoestring tackle, just getting them out there. And it looks like
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 here now for the Vikings. Snap to Hendrickson. Over to Meyer through the center. Meyer gets met by, once again, a host of Portage defenders, and be 3rd and 2. More importantly, once again, clock still runs. So it'll be 3rd and 2 officially here. Clock ticking under 4 minutes shortly, and Vikings are trying to keep this one alive, continue to use as much time as possible. And about 4 minutes or so left on that Sauk Prairie-Edgewood game, and Sauk Prairie does have possession, so that one is looking to potentially be a closer final. Unless anything dramatic happens over there, that could be an upset watch there in that game. Could have potential impacts here for this Mount Horeb Barneveld seeding, as Meyer able to break a tackle and get that first down for the Vikings. Vikings now officially in the Plain, Wisconsin red zone. Thank you to Eli Meyer. It is now 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. So Vikings now have 4 plays to 1, knock it in, and 2, knock some time off the clock. Hendrickson on the fake, rolls out to the right, and fortunately brought down outside. K-Arts brings him down. K-Arts playing some double duty here tonight. So 2nd and goal from the 4. Clock stops. Vikings looking to just seal this one up. Mount Horeb Barneveld again next week. Looking to play in level round of playoffs as Eli Meyer takes that one through the gaps, and a touchdown here for the Vikings. Eli Meyer once again on the floor. That's touchdown number 2 for him. And the Vikings extend their lead by 6 yet again here. Touchdown brought to you by Norsk Golf Club. So 46-20, 26-point lead pending your 2-point conversion. Actually, you know what? Let's pause on that one. Let's kick one through the uprights, huh? How about that? Cullen Olson on to kick the point after. Eli Meyer on to hold here for the Vikings. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Mount Horeb Barneveld now leads by 47-40 to 47 to 20. Mount Horeb Barneveld over the Portage Warriors, and Vikings now looking to spend as much time as they can to get off that clock and come out with a victory here in Portage. One more shout out to our sponsor, Weedman. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Weedman. Get ready to achieve a lawn care win with Weedman. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors tonight for making tonight's broadcast possible and for making the season possible. All of our road trips this season. We've had more road trips than home games so far this season, so it's been a little bit more of a troublesome year, but without our sponsor, we wouldn't be able to do it. So a big thank you. First Weber and Mark Nortman and Associates, Kittleson Landscape, Mount Horeb Utilities, Norsk Golf Club, Mount City Bank, Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club, Farmer Savings Bank, Plain, Wisconsin, and Weedman. It's been a great year so far for Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings squad, and a fantastic night so far overall for them. Harrison Walker with the tackle there. Rutler bringing that ball out there for the Portage Warriors. Now it's time for Mount Horeb Barneveld defense step up here once again, one more time, and that should probably do it. K-Arts under center. That's me a handoff to Harvey. Harvey brought down. 2nd and 6. 4-yard carry there for the Warriors. That was Tristan Brunt, excuse me. The numbers are going by too fast. Tristan Brunt on the carry. 2nd 7, clock is ticking, 2:34. The Vikings, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Vikings for sure lock down that playoff spot. Will all but guaranteed have a game to play. Now it's going to matter where and when. Oh, we know when. It'll be next Friday, 7 o'clock. Where is going to be the big question, and what seed will that be? A timeout Mount Horeb Barneveld here. It'll be 1st and 10. Or excuse me, first down. Sorry, it looked like a timeout signal, a couple whistles there, but no. 1st and 10. Clock still counts. But Mount Horeb Barneveld having a fantastic season. Might have had a couple blemishes as compared to other years. Mount Horeb Barneveld losing that first game to Grafton and losing last week to Edgewood. But overall, still a very successful season for this Viking squad. Going to finish out the year 7-2 as things are holding here. Colton Bell on the tackle for the Vikings squad there, 127 and counting, and it's going to be real interesting now. I think we have a very interesting situation unfolding here with Sauk and Edgewood. Sauk leading the Edgewood Crusaders 20-7. So Mount Horeb Barneveld, we'll see how that seeding will impact tomorrow, and of course we'll have all that coverage live on Wisco Radio. As Portage continues to carry the ball through. 44. And that will be most likely where we end things out. So Vikings going to be ending out that season 7-2 in the regular season. Portage 3-6 overall as we head to the final week of Mount Horeb Barneveld football in the regular season. Kind of a bittersweet night. Starts to signal the end of Mount Horeb of WIAA football. Always kind of a bittersweet time of year, but of course that always means playoff time's right around the corner. Mount Horeb Barneveld will absolutely be participating in that. And so it's going to be, an end to the regular season, but just a start to the playoffs. And Mount Horeb Barneveld will start 0-0 tomorrow at 10 a.m. as Mount Horeb Barneveld gets their final seeding. And the WIAA playoffs, Level 1, starts next Friday. With that, a big thank you to all of our camera crew tonight, Ethan Gage, Cam Goodwin, and for you for tuning in to Mount Horeb Barneveld football tonight. 47-20 is your final score tonight. Tune in tomorrow. Wisco Radio Socials will have all of your updated WIAA bracket seeding and the opponent here for Mount Horeb Barneveld next week. For myself and our entire Wisco Radio crew, we thank you for tuning in. Final score tonight, 47-20, Mount Horeb Barneveld over Portage.
At Farmers Savings Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in local businesses, farms, and families, we help our communities. Farmers Savings Bank is here to support you. When you bank with us, you're reinvesting in your own community. Farmers Savings Bank, where your success fuels our commitment to a stronger tomorrow. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. When you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneveld Football, and that's where you will find Mark Nortman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance